Hello friends and welcome back to another video. My name is Andrew or Eyeic. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And today we are just finishing up our X number of hours at Crocious, and we have officially reached 400 tier 2 troves, which if you don't know, with the tier 4 Pontifex ring is about 50 hours of work. So we've done, as you can see, a majority of Crocious, but we've also done some AFK Glacier, and I think I did a Carapac Reaper once or twice with a buddy. So we have 5 of those. Now, there shouldn't be anything unexpected in these. We know what the drop table is, but I just want to do my part in contributing to the wiki, as well as it being a little bit interesting to see how the distribution of the loot of the troves, and ultimately, I want to compare this to the loot of tier 3 troves at some point. I'm going to be working towards a loot video for that, but also how good these are for Iron Men. Looking at the wiki page for a trove, you can see this is based on a sample of 129, so we're basically quadrupling the sample with the number of troves that we have. So hopefully this will help us move towards the more accurate answer of what the drop rates are. So because the sample size is so low, we're not going to be submitting any of the tier 2 Jas troves because it's only 5, but we're still going to open them here, and here's the loot for that. Moving on to our 356 tier 2 troves from Bic, which we have gotten from an insane amount of Crocious. I am expecting to see an Onyx come out of this. This is kind of like the big ticket item out of these. The wiki has a drop rate of 2 in 129 for this drop, which I think has a slight chance of being incorrect. Someone just got lucky there, so hopefully we'll get like 1 or 2 out of this. I would expect it to be maybe like a 1 in 500, 1 in 250, something like that. But I've been really excited for this loot. I mean, there's tons of great supplies that I'm going to need for my crafting grinds on my Iron Man. The extreme potions will definitely be great when start working towards making overloads. Probably won't be touching the farming supplies for a really, really long time because my goal is only 99, and I believe they're like 107, 103, and 116 farming, so I'm not going to be using those anytime soon. But the dragon stones are going to be really nice for doing some porters. As well, one of the main motivations for opening these is to ensure that I keep maintaining my manuscripts in Bic. One thing that I was very, very confused about before the drop rates were listed was I thought that per trove, they always got a manuscript of Bic. So you always got 1 or 2. So I assumed it was 1.5 manuscripts per trove. Unfortunately, that's not the way this works, and we only managed to get 6 for the entire thing, which was crazy. So a little bit disappointing about that, but nothing you can do about that. Having yet another source of prayer XP is also really wonderful. The Dragonkin bones are the 5th highest experience in the game at 160 XP per bone. So if we put those on the Chaos altar, because I don't have a gilded altar, that is a fair chunk of prayer XP. I was a little bit sad that Mahogany's, because I'm not going to be training construction anytime soon with 99. And even if I do post 99 construction, it's probably going to be through Crocious because the XP is insane for a boss that's not even resolving around construction. So I'll probably end up doing 120 construction through Crocious, but maybe they'll come in hand for, you know, stash units, or who knows, they might even come out with a player-owned homes rework at some point, which would be really, really nice. Jagex, by the way. But all in all, I think they did a great job of balancing out the loot table, giving a lot of supplies for Iron Men while still giving some monetary value for mains as well. But as you can see, we have some pretty insane loot, like 2.5 mil in just straight cash. We have the 2 Onyxes, which is wonderful. So pretty much on the mark for what I guessed there. But let's go on to the when, and then we'll look at the total loot afterwards. So the only difference between each of the different troves is the manuscripts that you can get. The rest of the loot is synonymous with all of the other drops. We don't know if the drop rates are consistent between all the troves. I would assume so, but you know, assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So we're just going to stick with the fact that maybe the drop rates are different, but the only items that are different in them are the manuscripts. Alrighty, so for the final loot, we have some pretty insane drops. So 50 Hydrix Bolt tips, wonderful. Looking at the farming supplies, that's a solid amount of seeds. We have lots and lots of alchables. The battle staff count was much higher than I was expecting. 4 onyxes for 400, so we can assume maybe like a 1 in 100 for onyxes on those. The one thing that did surprise me, and again, I keep saying this, is the manuscript drop rate, like 6 out of 400, and these are all Bic, which I'm very, very happy about. The wines of Cerudomin are also going to be really, really nice for late game when making Super Cerudomin brews. And of course, we appreciate the flat out 3 mil cash. The loot averages out to about 100k per trove, with this being the distribution of the items across all of the open troves. These numbers are looking a lot more consistent, having a 1 in 100 chance for an onyx, a 1 in 125 for a manuscript, with the rest of the drops having a nice distribution with a slight exaggeration on money as well as alcohols. As well, here are the updated wiki entries for BIC. Hopefully other people will continue to contribute to the Wikipedia page to fill in these values for things that we don't know about. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something today. But until next time, have a good one.